I have two deep, dark secrets. Firstly, I hate compact SUVs. Annoyingly, EVs have only made this worse, and that's because a skateboard architecture enables them to design vehicles in different body segments without engineering each one independently. It's a bit like eating a biscuit, and the topping can be anything. Chocolate, nougat, caramel. I've gone off point, but you can see what I'm getting at. And my second pet hate? I'll tell you that at the end. What's wrong with small, like VW Golf proportions, or large, like Volvo XC90 size? 3.8 kilowatts a mile, that's absolute bullshit. So you can imagine my response when I get the keys to this, a Fiat 600e, especially as I had so little praise to heap on the 500e, awarding it 3 out of 5 stars. Bing! Why? Well, for 3 main reasons. 1, rival cars' taste drove better. 2, it was very cramped for rear passengers and the boot space was pointless. And 3, interior quality was poor, like a soggy rich tea biscuit. So, have things improved with this B segment contender? There's no. Do you think that's the warning?
Yeah.
I think that wasn't there before. Shall I check the settings?
Do you want to turn it off and on again?
So you find like a lot of these cars that come out, it's almost like they haven't been finished.
Yes. And then we give them for review, which is just baffling.
Yeah. Well, for starters, it has more performance and a more usable range. And that's because it's based on the same platform as the Jeep Avenger and many other small cars from the Stellantis range, of which there are many. So it's equipped with a 54 kilowatt hour battery rather than a 24 or a 42 kilowatt hour battery like the Fiat 500e, giving it a 252 mile range and 154 horsepower electric motor. That is a lot better than the top spec 500e, which had 199 mile range and 115 horsepower. To drive, it feels a lot like the Jeep Avenger, and that's basically because they share the same wheelbase, except that the suspension has not been tweaked to go off-road. Instead, it feels a lot more at home around town, in that I can nip it into small spaces and it's got that low-end punchy performance. But I mean, the steering, it's light, but look at this. It's just got nothing between 1 and 3. So it's easy to drive, it's fairly roomy, and it's efficient around town. It averages apparently 3.8 miles to the kilowatt hour, but that is bollocks. The range on the motorway was just god awful. So I'm almost 6 foot and I've left the driver's seat as it was, and I've got loads of headroom, but I mean, all knee room. The quality in the back is god awful, scratchy plastics. There's only one USB-C port, which the kids are going to argue about. Do you know what I hate most about Stellantis cars are these tiny little f***ing zips, which are impossible to open. Then you have to try and locate the bar to affix the seat to. It just fills me with dread every time I have to get the children in the back of the car. And then you get this matte ivory painted dashboard, which sounds as bad as it looks. And look at this, horrendous, flappy, old school iPad magnetic cover, which I've broken. Actually, have broken that. So it's 360 litres of boot space, which will fit 850 Penguin bars versus 185 litres for the 500e, and that will fit 200 Mars bars in the back. So it's a vast improvement, but it's still rubbish for this segment of car. Styling wise, it's a bit of a mix between a 500e and a Jeep Avenger. More scratchy, horrible plastics, and the same with this shiny plastic trim. It's just everywhere. Oh, there's a lot of comparisons to Jeep nowadays. So if you love a bit of overpriced retro, then you'll love it. A bit like a Tunnocks tea cake. On the upside, the new infotainment system, while not the best, is a vast improvement over the one of old. However, smudging marshmallow chocolatey goodness all over the screen doesn't help with responsiveness.
It did seem quite responsible.
Didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
However, smudging marshmallow chocolatey goodness doesn't help with responsiveness. So the script was supposed to say adding chocolatey gooey marshmallow didn't help with responsiveness, but actually, as you can see, it's vastly improved it. There are only two versions, Kit Kat Red, that's the unofficial name, or La Prima, which is the one we have. So we get 2 more speakers and a touchscreen that's, wait for it, half an inch bigger, but does benefit from integrated sat-nav and DAB. It's also got electrically adjustable seats and a built-in masseuse. It's got these 500-ish design cues, this front end, the lights, which actually I quite like, 18-inch alloy wheels, and this matte black side skirts with the... I keep referencing the 500, 600 chrome logo on it. I need to do that again. And there are 4 pretentious, unique colours: sky, earth, sea, and sun of Italy. Can you guess which one ours is? So it's improved on most of the things we didn't like about its smaller sibling. It's a little roomier, it's slightly more efficient, it's got a bigger range of course, and the interior quality again has improved. But it does cost between £33,000 and £37,000, and that's quite punchy. Fiat does at least give car buyers a £3,000 grant in absence of the government failing to support people into EV motoring. So kudos to Fiat for that. And so for the first time since the turn of the 1970s, Fiat will have both a 500 and a 600 in its showrooms. Back then, the Fiat 600 was a roomy, practical family wagon, a status it maintained through the 60s. If there's one car to persuade me into liking small SUVs, this is not it. Sorry, Fiat. Hopefully, Fiat's copy and paste strategy of the smaller 500 to get it into as many car markets as possible will be successful for them. Oh, finally, my second pet hate, coupe SUVs. It's a bit like when you order a white coffee. There's just too many choices of milk. Soya, hemp, coconut, oat, nipple. It's too much.
Complesso motore sistemato nella parte posteriore.
Off you go.